Today's sponsor of the Vision Quest podcast is 920 Hat Company. Leather patch hats are in, and 920 Hat Company is here to hook you up with your very own custom hat. All patches are lasered on top-grade genuine leather and on popular brand hats like Richardson and FlexFit. Whether you're looking to show off your business or want a one-of-a-kind hat for yourself, 920 Hat Company can do it all. All the hats are handcrafted right in the Fox Valley, but worn across America. With over 500 hats in stock, they guarantee fast turnaround times. Honestly, Liam, looking at these hats, solid, right?
Yeah, they're pretty. I like them.
I like that patch itself.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, one-of-a-kind stuff. I know his name's Trevor. He does great work. He's actually gotten I think we got a knit hat coming.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we got that coming. So we're really excited to have these guys on board as a sponsor. So get down to check them out on Facebook. I believe they're on Instagram. Check them out, man. They got the best hats, I think, in the Fox Valley, if not in the state.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So get down to 920 Hat Company on social media and check them out. All right, everybody. We're back. Sitting down in the Liam calls it the pit. That's what we're gonna name it, the pit. Down here with Zach Pierson from Wisconsin Grappler again. This is gonna be a pretty regular thing. So we're gonna be talking about today. I kind of brought it up on that Instagram live that we're gonna be talking about some of the kids that have committed already, and then some of the kids that are going to commit soon, but really just have a bunch of them nailed down. Is that correct? That is correct. Yeah. So again, I'm here with Zach Pierson from Wisconsin Grappler. What's the biggest one that you saw? What's the best move as far as this is going to be a great one to watch right here? Kind of, which one was that you have on your list that kind of blew you away?
That I'm surprised he's going there.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
They got a good
yeah.
Start.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I think that obviously, I think that Braden Scholes.
Yeah.
Would be a good one. Like, he's going to be in a good room. Poeta.
Yep.
It's a guy around his size that he can roll around with, so.
And that singlet actually looks like he belongs in it. Like, it's like he looked like he should be an Illinois wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of what, I don't know. It's weird when I see a picture like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I see it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I like the Grayson where he's going.
Yeah.
Should be able to produce right away.
Yep.
Hop right in if he wants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's
or he can take his time, whatever he wants to do. Apparently,
and I think the coaching staff fits him.
Yeah.
As far as the style, I think I know even knowing watching Grayson over the years here, and not to speak for them, but from what I've seen, the coaches that either he's done well with, which he's very coachable. He's easy to coach. He wrestles super hard, wrestles really well. But to me, it just seems like he'd like a coach that's like that. Not so much Bono.
Right.
Bono's intense.
More laid back.
Yeah. Bono's intense, and that's. I mean, there's guys that like those rooms, and that is what it is. But I don't think he left because of the room. But I just think that's going to be an awesome fit.
Yeah, I mean, AJ Shop is amazing on top and can only
Correct.
add to his awesome work on top.
Already awesome work on top. So look for some tilts probably, right? Some turns, some maybe some
tilts,
pins. Yeah.
Some different ways to get to tilts.
Yeah, right. So what's on top of your list?
I just
your first one.
I just went in weight class order.
Yep.
And by Division 2.
Okay.
So like Division 1 guys first, then Division 2, then Division 3.
All right. Let's see what we got.
So obviously, if you listen to the last podcast, you'll know the first name is Wyatt Skiba.
Yeah.
From Hortonville.
Yep.
He's committed, probably signing soon, right? With
I think it was officially he could on Wednesday, but I think they're doing it on Saturday. They're waiting for family to come.
Okay, cool. So he's going to Central Michigan in the MAC conference,
nice.
Division 1. Usually pretty tough. They'll usually have a handful of D1 qualifiers. They've been tough for years. So
yep.
Same coach there, Tom Borelli, I think is his name.
Yes, Borelli, yeah. Good coach.
Good
coach.
He's been there forever. So
yeah. Yep.
Definitely got set in his ways, but he produces. So
there's a reason why.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't believe it. You don't hear more about those guys. I mean, obviously tournament time numbers are what they are, but
there's
just
a reason why
school.
Missouri left the MAC. Like, it's just not a very good.
Yeah, that's true.
To produce a lot of qualifiers.
I was just going to bring that up, because I remember Missouri was down there for a while. So,
yeah,
that's very true.
So
very true.
I mean, you can get first or second in that, but sometimes there's 3 or 4 studs,
yeah.
and it's hard to get a automatic qualifier there because just don't produce talent a lot. You know, like deep, like the Big 12 and Big 10 and all that. So
yeah. It doesn't matter who you almost run into then, and
right,
you know.
Yeah. Hey, some of those you can get like 12th in your qualified.
Yeah,
So it's like,
that's another thing. So I think what we'll do before the season really starts, we'll go through that rule change stuff because I downloaded all that stuff. But anyways, keep going with your guys there.
All right. The next one was Grayson Clark from Kaukauna, committed to Purdue.
Let's see if I get
actually signing today.
Nope, that was laugh track. Nope, I don't want to laugh at Grayson. That's not nice. Sorry, Grayson. Sorry. Nope, that was wrong too.
So obviously he's going to Purdue.
Yep.
I
very cool.
I was just going to speak on like he when he redid his recruiting, he had it down to 3, and so it was like Pitt was in the running.
Yep.
And Minnesota was it right there too, and he decided on Purdue, which, like I said, he can go right in there, take his time if he wants. He can jump right in. I think it's a good fit for what he wants.
Totally.
And they have an RTC. It's not the best, but
yeah. But I think I think they'll find a way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
From what I've seen, I mean, they got Joey Blaze, who just won Super 32 as well.
Correct.
So like they're getting some talent.
Yeah.
And they have talent with Matt Ramos and Kendall Coleman. They have.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Kendall's there too.
Yeah, and then they had Kopus, who transferred from Wisconsin. So
yeah, that's. I mean, what were they in the NCAA's? Did you catch a ranking for teams?
I have not, and not yet.
I'll look it up while you're doing that.
And then the next one is Kellen Ayer from Ayer. Is it Ayer?
Our?
I
want to say our.
From Menominee. He has committed to Central Michigan.
Yes.
Also.
Yep.
So he'll be going with Skiba.
Skiba.
Skiba,
yeah.
Yep. Then the next one was Hoyt Laskowski from Marshfield.
Yep.
He told me he posted on Instagram that he was committed to Wisconsin lacrosse, so Division III.
Can I back you up 1 second?
Yeah, for sure.
Kellen?
Yeah.
What weight was he at last year for state?
132. He was runner-up.
132?
Yeah.
Do we know if he's going to wrestle up another weight class going into college? Are they going to?
I did not ask him that. I didn't get into that too much. I was just worried about this, and then after they signed and we know where they're going, we can at the end of the season we can probably break that down a little bit more.
Definitely.
All right, so I mentioned Hoyt. Next one would be Jacob Ward.
Yep.
State champ from Bayport. He has signed with University of the Cumberlands, which is the NAIA school.
Okay, yeah.
They've had a lot of Wisconsin people.
And that was recently because of?
Well, like Trey started going down there.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yep.
And then we've had a bunch of people go down there from Kaukauna alone. So.
And
then they just
just recently went down. There was I thought there was someone either not last year but the year before that had gone to Cumberland's from here.
Oh, Harry Brooks, but he was. Really a guy that you would know.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I mean, Trent Leon went down there, but then he wound up going somewhere else.
And
then. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've had another one go down there recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Had a lot of kids get recruited by them, but not commit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that should be a good option for Jacob should succeed pretty well there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
big time. I mean, just watching, wasn't he at that Big Cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just watching him wrestle there, he looked.
Oh, he's just gritty.
Pretty good.
I mean,
he is. Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely going to be an advantage.
Yeah, for sure. And then next one is TJ Sherrill from Stevens Point is following Fritz down to Columbus.
Oh, nice.
Ohio State. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Should be awesome, to get in that room. And
I hope he does as good as Fritz is, because Fritz really started to get really good. He was doing really good. So hopefully that is just a
they're developing people. For sure. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially, thinking about Ohio State and like Colin Moore.
Yeah.
Every other big Buckeye that came through, they seem like a big guy school kind of to me, like Minnesota.
Yeah.
Just the bigger guys seem to be exceeding most of the time at Ohio State and Minnesota especially. But it's not to say that the other guys weren't good, but it just always seems like it's consistent.
Yeah.
But that would be a good one for him.
But hasn't I think Travell has left there though, right? Like their longtime Delegnev. He was their big guy coach forever.
Yes, I think so.
He went somewhere. I can't remember where.
I don't know where.
That could, put a wrench into things on their big guy development. But
maybe.
I don't know who they replaced him with. I'm sure Tom Ryan has a lot of connections.
Doesn't that philosophy sometimes kind of embed itself?
Yeah, for
sometimes,
sure.
I guess if it's been around long enough.
Yeah, but if you got a guy like Travell in your room, like going with the guys, like that's going to be good for anybody.
That helps.
Yeah. And then let's see, we got Noah Mulvaney from Arrowhead.
Yep.
Is committed to Bucknell University.
Okay.
This is a D1 university. I can't remember if it's in PA or New York. It's somewhere on the East Coast, though.
Bucknell University.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't look that up.
You're good. I'm looking it up right now.
Let's see. And then the next one, we'll get back to where that is.
Yep.
The next one is Ethan Riddle from Germantown. He committed to University of Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's right. Yep. Man, that kid got big.
Yeah, he's
Liam tried to wrestle him down at Max's. That was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, he might be able to get in a leg. Not take him down, but I was like, he didn't even come close to getting in a leg.
Yeah, he's definitely upped his game recently, too. Like, he took it to Owen Heiser at the Big Cheese, and then he beat Mulvaney at the AWA duels.
Correct.
So
he's on fire, man.
Yeah, he's been really good.
Let's see. I got Bucknell pulled up here.
Okay.
Of course, why can't you just show
you where you are? Yeah.
Location. This is so ridiculous.
Sometimes they're down at the bottom at like the.
Yep. That's where I'm at. PA. Yep. Lewisburg.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So yeah.
Moore Avenue.
Does it say what division they're in? I think I know they're not in like the.
Thought they just had that listed down here. Video. Bucknell. NCAA. Oh, I must have missed that. I'm gonna guess Division 2.
No, they're Division 1. I know they're Division.
They're 1.
Yeah. I just didn't know what.
I don't know which
conference. It's
conference
not a big deal.
it is. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah.
Okay. Next one we have is Caden Young out of Shawano.
Yep.
He's going to Southwest Minnesota State University, which is Division 2.
Okay.
And I don't know much about Southwest Minnesota. But
I don't either.
I mean,
but it sounds like we've had some kids go recently.
Yeah, there's a lot of people are going to Minnesota D2 programs.
There's
like a lot that go to Drake Hayward went to.
Is that Mankato?
Yeah, Mankato.
And that's where
D2.
Didn't
Minier,
yeah,
he went there too.
Yep.
So
yep.
Yeah, so
Southwest. I'm not sure who the coach is there, and I mean, we're going to be learning them through the year because I want to definitely check up on those guys when they start up.
Yeah. And then there's Caleb Reswick from Nicolay.
Yep.
He's going to North Central College.
Good job on the last name, by the way.
I tried.
Well done.
Yeah, Division 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know much about that.
Where is he going? You said
North Central College.
Oh yeah,
Naperville.
That's another. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
And so it's really good to know. Number one, these guys might even be up in the area, so you can go and watch them.
Right,
I'm sure a lot of people know if they know or are close to them, they've probably heard of now have heard of the school or whatever. Right. But it's nice to know that these smaller programs, what Division 1 has, what Division 2 has, and how many of those teams there are, because it's all you hear in the news is about Power 5 and all the other big teams in the
Right, there's plenty of
Big 12 and stuff. Yeah, right, exactly.
If you want to wrestle in college, you can get your name out there yourself.
Plenty of spaces.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because now like when I went through high school, just coming up through sports, like some coaches will put you out there for college coaches, and some coaches don't. Like we had a soccer coach, great coach, but he went home when he was done with soccer because he worked.
Yeah.
So he wasn't like calling on the phone. That wasn't his job.
Yeah.
So you had to put yourself out there. And now thinking about even now today, it's got to be even easier.
Oh yeah.
Just recruitment forms everywhere. We're getting emails about, now this is the slippery slope that I don't understand about college stuff, because now they can't technically contact Liam.
Right.
Can't, right?
No.
I'm getting emails addressed to Liam.
Yeah.
But just saying, check out our season.
Oh, yeah.
They send the calendar.
Yeah, they just want to get the first foot in the door,
Yep. Yeah. And then down the bottom, and the blue link is a recruitment form.
Oh, yeah.
The blue link down the bottom, like, ooh.
Yeah, if you want to look at this, here it is.
Check this out here, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So.
No, I just thought it was just weird. I was like, I thought they couldn't, but I was like, oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
They're recruiting Liam.
Following loopholes. They're recruiting me.
Yeah.
And get dad.
Right. We can talk to him. He doesn't
bills.
have any eligibility.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
All right. So that was all the wrestlers from Division 1.
Division 1.
School.
Okay.
Yeah. And now
it's only been 14 minutes, so you're doing good, man.
Okay, good.
Slow down.
Okay. Well, we can talk about it later.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk more. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so here's Division 2 guys. Rhett Koenig from Prairie du Chien.
Yep.
Am I saying that right? Prairie du
Koenig. Prairie du Chien.
Duchesne.
Shane.
Okay, yeah.
Some people say
Indiana
Sheen.
accent.
Prairie du Chien.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're from there or not because I've heard Prairie du Chien all my life.
Okay. So he has committed to the University of Minnesota as well.
Nice. Yeah,
so,
that's right. And Liam actually practices with Rhett at Combat when we go
Okay.
out there. We're not going out there this year, but
Yeah.
Rhett's a good kid.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very good kid.
Yeah.
Very nice. He's showed Liam a lot.
I mean, he's a very talented wrestler, but they're pretty loaded at those weights, so we'll see.
I think a lot of the hopes for him, though, too, are more educational.
Yeah.
I think he wants to wrestle,
they
don't
have
get me
good
wrong.
RTC as well.
Correct. And they got that RTC, and he's a Greco kid.
Yeah,
He
for
loves
sure.
Greco.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that he can't make the lineup, but it is an uphill battle.
Mm-hmm. I think I was going to, it may not
D1,
be.
D1, it's going to be uphill battle any room you go into.
Right. And it may, like I said, it may not be the ultimate goal, goal to do, but I'm thinking his eyes are on bigger prizes,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. He's going to college.
Yep. Well, that and the Olympics.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And they have produced, obviously, Olympic level athletes.
Correct.
RTC. So.
Yep. That's correct.
So, yeah. Then next we have Easton Warchuk.
Yep.
From Luxembourg Casco.
Yep.
Geez.
Yep.
Blank there for a minute. He has committed to Wisconsin Parkside.
Yes.
So
yep.
Division
A
2.
good fit for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll do pretty well there. I mean, he's
Nick Becker killing it, bringing
yeah.
some guys in for me.
Right,
It's nice to see.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Like, usually, you have a hard time keeping people in state when you're not the top.
Yeah.
So they have been getting a lot of Illinois kids recently, but now they're starting to get a lot of the top level.
And what's nice is that Becker is number one bringing kids, and a lot of them are Askren kids, but not all. And so that's the good thing. Nick recognizes talent. He's not just around Askren. I've seen him at other clubs too, hanging out and doing helping out coaching stuff like that. So he's really doing his homework in the state. Plus, I mean, he wrestled here, so he knows.
Right.
He knows Wisconsin.
Yeah, for
sure.
So
it's perfect.
Yeah,
love it.
Then next we have Braden Scholes, Kewaskum.
Yep.
We already kind of touched on him. I thought that was a good fit for him.
Very good.
Big Ten, Illinois.
He's really picked up pace too.
Oh,
It's another guy that's really coming in hot this year, so that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, he had that tough match with Ferrari at who's number one. But other than that, he's been doing pretty well.
Yep. 160
right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 160. He's been there for 8
years.
Yeah, you'll get to see him at the Badger.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Should be good.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Next, we got Zane Licht from Lodi. He is committed to North Dakota State University.
Yeah. Yep.
So Division 1.
It's another.
He just has a motor, and awesome to watch.
His nonstop shots.
Yeah.
Like there's another guy he's always looking for offense.
Oh, yeah.
Really very fun to watch.
Yeah. Okay. Last one in Division 2 is Owen Heiser.
Yep.
From Evansville. He just committed to Air Force.
Air Force. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's been another one that kind of turned it up lately too. Like he's been doing pretty well. He did get beat by Riddle, but
I think honestly, I think Riddle's on a different level.
Yeah.
Just he's to me, and I can't. I don't want to say it, but he almost seems college ready. Riddle, you know what I'm saying? Like he seems like he could step in, maybe practice for a couple months and be ready to go.
Yeah, for sure.
But Heiser's got a gas tank, man.
Yeah.
He just doesn't stop.
Right. Okay, that was all the D2 guys, and then I have 2 D3 guys that have committed.
Yeah.
We got Braden Sonntag.
Okay. Yep. Great wrestler.
Cadat. How do you say it?
How's it spelled?
Cadott. Cadat.
Oh, Cadott.
Jeez.
Wisconsin. Yeah.
I'm horrible at these Wisconsin
names.
I'm sorry.
How did you pronounce Kakana when you first saw it? Kakana?
Yeah, I don't even want to say it. Wasn't intelligent, that's for sure.
That's how I say it when I'm like upset in the day. I'm like, I got to go back to Cockinaw.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't even think I attempted. I was waiting for somebody else to say it first. Like,
oh.
school are you from?
Yeah. One more time?
Yeah. So, yeah. But he's going to University of Wyoming.
Oh, nice.
Division I program.
Yep.
Dewey Krieger went out there.
He did. Yep. Dewey's a good dude.
And they have the kid who's the 97-pounder that's doing really well. He's from Neilsville. He's their 97. Oh, jeez, I'm blanking on the name, but
I should know it too.
Yeah, I mean, he's been All-American for him.
Yeah.
He's from Wisconsin,
Yep.
Division II. So they have a pipeline to Wisconsin.
A lot of schools are starting to kind of figure it out that I mean, and again, I mean, it really does have to do with the coaching that we have at some of the programs we have in the state. It's it's unreal, and the jumps that the state's made.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm butchering all these town names, but I'll get better.
I've seen worse, Zach. I've seen way worse, man. Trust me, you're good.
Country twang. So.
Y'all.
Yeah. Cadott,
Wisconsin.
Yeah. So, yeah, the last one in D3 was Jaden Walker from Marketson.
I'm not even familiar with Jaden Walker.
Yeah, he's I think he placed at state in D3 last year at 82.
Really?
Yeah. So he placed.
Nice.
Yeah. So
he's
a state placer. He's going to Cornell College.
So wow,
Yeah.
Cornell, Iowa.
No, yeah.
In Iowa, yeah.
D3.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's still another decent school. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
Cool.
So, yeah. So he's the last one of the
rounds it out.
Signed. Yeah.
But now you got guys that have just some pinned down, right?
We have 5 kids that shared their top 3 with me.
You're really on top of your shit, dude.
So yeah, I mean, I reached out as a lot of Instagram messages yesterday.
I was gonna say, you're just hanging out and just a typing away, huh?
Oh yeah, trying to be as cordial as possible.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool.
And I told all these kids, like, if you don't want me to share this,
by all means, don't.
Tell me.
Yeah.
That's fine. I told them I'm going on a podcast and I'm going to be sharing this. So if you don't want me to know, just say I'm going to wrestle. I would rather not share the list.
Yep. Not a problem.
I had multiple that said that, and then I had 5 that actually gave me their top 3. So.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
And guys, if we talk, we appreciate you giving info. I mean, I know Zach appreciates it because it helps him put information out on his rankings and things like that, and just information about you in general on the rankings, because it helps people know who you are instead of just having to search around.
Yeah.
So it's we appreciate you guys giving that info. We know it's a big life decision that you guys have, and it's the first one you have that's kind of big. So we respect it, and we definitely don't want to make you feel like you have to do anything. So don't feel pressured with any of it. We really, really appreciate all the efforts you guys put in, because it's fun to watch you guys do what you do. So
yeah, for sure.
That's under my.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. So.
Oh yeah. All right. So the first one we have is Brett Skog.
Skog. Yep.
From Brookfield East.
Another good dude.
Yeah, he gave me his top 3 as University of Wisconsin Lacrosse.
Okay.
University of Wisconsin Parkside.
Okay.
And Bellarmine, which is a new
another one.
Yeah, new wrestling program.
Yeah.
In Kentucky.
So you mentioned a pipeline there.
Yeah.
Who's the coach?
The old Whitewater coach, I believe, is the coach down
Neat.
there. So yeah.
I looked it up, and they're the Knights.
Yeah. I saw that.
And I'd never heard of them.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, is it just thank God because, or do they actually have did they have somewhat of a wrestling team before?
I think it's a new program.
New program.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I believe.
Wow.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm
Yeah,
sure.
but I mean, I just, either way, new to me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
New to me.
Yeah.
By the way, folks, as I start podcasting more, I'm really gonna work on getting rid of my Wisconsin accent when I talk. Because I can't doing this all the time, crepes. I can't. Yeah. It's hard to do and then listen to afterwards. It's really hard to listen to when I do it. So
I believe they're a D1 program as well.
I do think they are D1.
Yeah,
yes,
because it looks like
pretty sure
they wrestle a tough schedule if they aren't D1.
Yeah,
they wrestle a lot of D1 programs. So
so
yeah, good luck with that decision, Brett.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. Next one I have is Nate Druckery from Arrowhead.
Yep.
He was a state qualifier last year.
Correct.
Tough kid, real.
Yep.
So hard to score on, and
stingy with points.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
His top 3 he gave me were University of Wisconsin Lacrosse, University of Wisconsin Is it Eau Claire?
Eau Claire.
Eau Claire.
Eau Claire. Eau Claire.
Eau Claire.
Do you eat Eau Claires or do you eat Eau Claires?
I don't know.
You never eaten them?
No. If I do, I just point at it. I want that.
So one of these days we're gonna get up and we're gonna go have breakfast down on Main Street.
Yeah.
At that place, they have Eau Claires there. You're gonna have one.
Eau Claires?
Yep.
Okay.
Eau Claires.
Okay.
Yeah, chocolate. No, maybe some people may call them Eclairs. Okay. I say chocolate Eau Claire.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. That's
yeah.
fine.
This is another one I was trying not to butcher, but
nope, you did. It's all right.
Then he also had Bellarmine as a possibility too. So I like to see.
Holy cow!
Kids getting away from Wisconsin too. Like that'd be great.
Make another school cool. Yeah. Like, hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
I really like. I mean, obviously, your options are what they are when they come knocking on your door, but it's still really cool to see these kids not turning down places you never heard of.
Oh yeah,
you
for
know.
Sure.
If it's Division I, you have that opportunity still to go to NCAAs. You know, it's just the way that it is.
Yeah.
And I know that that's what the kids really, really look for. I guess they're really starting to not really care what school it is, you know?
No,
and it's good.
Yeah, if you want to keep wrestling, there are a lot of opportunities.
A lot.
Only because there's just 70-something D1 programs.
Mm-hmm.
That's not always the goal. You know?
Right. And how many is it D1 wrestling programs?
Yeah.
71?
No, I said around 70. I
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like 74, 75. I can't remember.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot, yeah.
And then the next one I have is Carson Otis from Kimberly.
Yep.
Third place in the state last year.
Yep.
His top three were Augsburg, North Central, and Platteville.
Okay. So, Augsburg would be a good one.
Yeah.
Those aren't those guys the NAIA champs?
D3.
D3?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to...
It's usually them, Wartburg, and sometimes Wabash from Indiana is in the top.
Okay.
Recently, it's been Augsburg, Wartburg, or Wabash.
Okay.
With Whitewater.
Yeah, always...
Or with Whitewater or Lacrosse. I can't remember one of those being pretty good as well. So.
I always heard Augsburg brought up a lot. You know, I guess it just never ingrained in my head that it was D3, but always heard a lot of success coming out of there.
They're very tough. Like they've always been tough.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then
Very good.
Got Houston Blanchard from Campbellsport.
That will be announcing his school here.
Yeah, that is awesome. That'd be really cool.
He's going to be announcing it next Wednesday at noon here.
Nice.
I'll put something out about it, but I figured I'd just mention it here. But yeah, next Wednesday at noon is when we're going to have Austin on and try to do it Instagram live. I have to work out the schematics with that. But yeah, definitely cool. Nick Becker is doing a great job, but now obviously the coach at a Bellarmine is doing a great job in really pushing for these kids because they all deserve a chance
for sure
to get that.
Yeah.
So,
but his top three, as he posted before, was North Dakota State, Parkside, and Bellarmine.
Yep.
So those are all NDSU's D1, Parkside's D2, and then Bellarmine's D1. So they're all.
And Parkside still has a tough schedule.
Oh, too, for sure. Yeah, with the opens and stuff, you can go wrestle D1 programs all you want.
Correct.
As long
Prove
as you're
yourself.
willing to put it out there,
Yep.
So
agreed.
And I'm pretty sure Becker's gonna put it out there. So
Becker's gonna. Nick's cool. I like Nick. He's a good guy.
The last one I have that gave me their top three was Ian Radinitz.
I think it's Radinz. I think.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm.
That one's weird for me too because it's a double D I think in there, and I think it's DDINTZ.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's just RADINT.
1D.
Yeah. Radinz.
Yeah, Radinz.
Okay. So then he's got Wisconsin Eau Claire.
Okay. Yep.
Wisconsin Lacrosse.
Okay.
And Augsburg as well.
Nice.
So yeah, a lot of Augsburg, a lot of Bellarmine, and a lot of Wisconsin.
A lot of lacrosse. Yeah.
And I think lacrosse is going to be.
Yeah.
They've loaded up the last 2 years with a lot of good talent from Wisconsin. Three.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I got that one right.
Yeah. There you
go. Where's the applause? Nope, that was scary.
Yeah. One of the times.
That is scary that I got it right.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I talked to. I sent out a bunch that probably haven't even been looked at. I don't know if Instagram's not cool anymore or what, but a lot of the kids aren't on top of it like they had been back in the day. So.
TikTok's taking over, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I'm
it's all about the ticking and talking.
Yeah.
I did one, and Liam came down. I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, it was the one where as something about the message on it was I'm going to get into a whole lot of shit today or something like that. And then it was just me drinking coffee. And I was like, oh, yeah. He goes, you know how many viewed that? And I was like, I have no idea. Yeah. He said like 300 or something or 400. He goes, that's a lot for like your first video. I was like, I guess I don't care. Yeah. I was just doing it because I was trying it. I'd never done anything on it because he's like, hey, you don't post on it. I was like, I'll try one. It was literally like a 10-second video or whatever. He's like, that's nuts. He's like, don't post videos on TikTok, Dad. I was like, all right,
you're
cool.
making me look bad.
Fine, I won't. I'll just do it on Instagram then, dick.
So yeah, these the next list of kids were people that responded to me.
Yep.
But they either didn't want to share their top 3 or didn't really have it narrowed down, or we're still kind of deciding between sports.
Probably got a lot going on yet or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, and there was one that was deciding if they wanted to stick with folk style or go Greco. So
yeah. Speaking of Greco, I am going to be talking to Lucas Stelt on Thursday night, figuring out a time to have him come on.
Cool.
I felt really bad not knowing anything about Greco when we started talking about it last time you were here.
We thought of Kamal Bay's name though. So.
Yeah, there's so much more though. And I felt when I messaged him, I was like, I'm in need of a serious Greco education right now because I've completely number one, I unplugged myself from a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
But it's really, really easy to like completely ignore and black out Greco.
Yeah.
Really easy.
Right.
And I don't want to.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
For sure. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
All right. So the kids that were still deciding, Griffin Impey. Yeah.
Impey.
Yeah, Griffin Impey. Why am I getting
I don't know.
Stuff on that? He told me he was still deciding between football and wrestling, but he was going to do one or the other.
What weight was he at state?
285. I think he's been 285 his whole career. So
wow.
Yeah. Maybe 220 is
big boy.
Yeah.
Big boy. I bet you Minnesota's talking to him.
Oh yeah, I bet somebody is. He's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
And I mean his brother's D1. So.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one was Royce Nilo from
Royce Nilo. Yeah,
sorry.
Nilo. That's fine. That's fine. How do you know?
He was undecided on where he'd be.
Okay. Has there been any talk about places that have possibly talked to him at all?
No, I tried.
Speculation.
Yeah, he didn't give me any speculation.
If you will,
so,
no.
Yeah, he said he'd.
Word on the street, rumors, none of that.
I didn't even get any of that.
It's just spread rumors.
Yeah. And then another one is Gavin Cole.
Yep.
From River Falls.
I'm not familiar with Gavin, but I've heard of his name.
He placed in the state last year.
Yep, that's kind of the
182.
only area I've heard him.
He's jacked. So.
He's what? 184, you said?
182, yeah.
182?
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
So he's undecided as well, but said he will, after the season, he wants to sit down and think about that, he said.
I wonder if it's exciting for some of these kids or if they just want to get some of it over with. I know
I
Wyatt, after a while, I think he liked it, but some of the things that he saw he was a little turned off by.
Oh, yeah.
So some of the kids are pretty straight-headed, level-headed, straight-headed.
Yeah.
Level-headed, and they don't like that stuff,
Right. Yeah.
So so now my brother, when he got recruited, and I know for a fact it's happening with kids today. Yeah. Can't tell me it's not, but these guys are not even freshmen. They're being recruited. They're taken to these schools. They're on tours with guys, and that night they're in party houses.
As freshmen?
No, not as freshmen, as a kid that's being toured around the school.
Oh, okay.
And being toured by an athlete that you're supposed to be going with, and then all of a sudden now you're in the middle of a party house at midnight, and you don't even want to be there.
Oh, yeah.
So my brother didn't care. My brother was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna hang out all night."
Yeah.
But sometimes there's kids that aren't built like that. They're just like.
I mean, I think that's more of a basketball and football thing. Like it's, I know it happens. I'm just saying, I mean,
too often.
Yeah, but I mean, I know wrestlers party, but there's 5 months if you're just a run of the mill kind of guy that you just wrestle all those 5 months that you can't, or else you. I mean, it's just why even do it?
It's just crazy what a kid who's not even in college yet's being thrown into as soon as he's walking into what?
Yeah.
What the is going on in here?
For sure. Yeah.
Holy shit! I mean, I knew my parents had fun with their friends.
Matches? They put the wrestling match in the
in the middle.
Yeah.
Why is that pool of Jello out there? I don't understand.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I mean, some people that's important too, but I mean.
Yeah. So, with all these schools,
we
hear about the schools that, like heavy lacrosse, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And obviously coaches know certain places. Coaches have affiliations with clubs or talk to clubs. At some point, you look at how much goes out the door, I guess, for lack of a better term. How many athletes are leaving the state?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot.
Which, and it's not, so this isn't necessarily an argument for keeping kids in state or whatnot. Really kind of the question I have is, there are a lot of clubs from California to Missouri to anywhere you want to look across the country that are tied to, I mean, let's face it, these guys came from universities, whatnot.
Yeah.
But it just seems like there's a lot of filtering going on.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's awesome for programs. It's great for the kids to get the opportunity. Yeah. Totally. It's advantage kids because then they get to do the thing that they've been dreaming about doing. Yeah, you know, sure. So these clubs are definitely doing a service. Not to say that they're not, but at the same point though too, it's like there's a lot of kids doing that. You know, they're influenced by the places that they're at. Yeah. And maybe that influence wasn't what they needed. Right. You know, maybe that influence was just based off of starstruck. Oh yeah. You know, oh man, I'm gonna go here. But then they find out when they get there, they're probably never gonna start.
Oh yeah, like that.
You know, and now they wasted a year or whatever it is to be able to go there, a year of eligibility or if they redshirt or whatnot. But I wonder what kind. I mean, there's got to be some type of politics that's behind that when it comes to who's in contact with who and.
Oh yeah. I mean,
who's your better option? Like, hey, who do you got there? And so now you start thinking, okay, are these coaches paying more attention to those guys then?
Right. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, yeah,
I don't know either. You know, that's the thing.
Some people just can't afford that stuff. They just, you know.
Sure. Yeah, it's a means, you know, to be able to get what you want.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if your coach has instant ear, you know, to a big time school, you know, like that's if they're going to listen to them, I mean, they obviously can't push everybody in the program there.
Right. Then it does look weird.
Yeah, because then I mean, it's like going to a CD meeting and being like, we should have all number one seeds, you know? Like,
yeah, right. Is that poaching?
Yeah.
Is that poaching? Yeah. Is that what that is?
Oh, I would think so. But you know, like they're not going to listen to you after a while if you say all your kids are the best. And you know, so but you got to pick and choose which ones you pump up, and I don't know how they go about that, but you know, it definitely does seem like they're pushing certain schools, and like I said, it could be because they have the direct ear of somebody in that program, you know. So it's like,
the contacts, and things like that. And it's not, and it's not to say that they're like, you know, holding a kid down and saying you have to do this, but it's one of those things where they're like, hey, you know, you should really think about this, and maybe sometimes a parent gets put off by it or whatnot, but it's different. Just a train of thought, because I mean, there's just so many kids nowadays that are able to go, and I don't know what the statistic is as far as, you know, the kid getting that dream job as a Hawkeye kind of thing. It's like 1% or you know 2-3% of the kids that actually come out.
I mean, out of Wisconsin, I don't know anybody that's been to
Jeremiah Moody.
Yeah, but like I've never even heard of him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Is that he's like my one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, other than him,
trying to think of who else out of Wisconsin.
Who has Iowa recruited at Wisconsin? They haven't recruited one since I've been here. I know that.
Oh, not in our era.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
golden age days.
Yeah, like
maybe a few more here and there, but not. I don't think in our era. I'm gonna look it up right now. But I just think it's one of those things where it's just you got to wonder what more of the process with all the little things about it, you know, the little stuff. And obviously I'm not going to walk around asking kids about what their club coach told them. It's not like that. It's just a curious conversation.
I'll go ahead and finish these. I have like 5 more kids that just, you know.
Sorry, I thought your list was done.
Oh, no, you're fine. I got 5 more. Brett Birchman from Fenimore.
Okay. Yep.
He said he was deciding between staying with folk style or going Northern Michigan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's got the frame for Greco, that's for sure.
Yeah,
so
totally.
He's probably a beast in Greco. I think he has done well, and at least the state level, I'm not sure about.
Yep.
But then Garrett Willowette?
I think it's Willowette.
Yeah, from Marshfield. He said he was undecided. Zach Elowashevsky. Right.
I'm not even trying that one.
Yeah, from Mukwonago.
Yep.
He's a good wrestler and said he was undecided still. Ashton Mice.
Meese. I think it's Meese. Yeah.
Is he River Valley?
River Valley. He's another. I think he's another Combat Wrestling Club kid.
Yeah. Yep. He said he was undecided as well.
Yep.
But was going to wrestle. And then Casey Gish from West Bend East.
So and Meese didn't say anything about NMU.
No, I asked him, and he said he was just undecided. Didn't really have it narrowed down yet. But I'd imagine that's probably on his radar.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. So that's the other thing too. Is as much as I say like people just don't like Greco, it's what would it?
I got recruited to go to Northern Michigan.
Did you?
Yeah, I was a 3-time Greco All-American.
Like my oldest son Bryce was getting calls for, and I mean he liked Greco better anyways.
Yeah.
But I just don't. So you have a place like NMU. Are there other colleges like that?
Not too many
that are Greco based.
Not too many that I know of. I never really looked into it. They reached out to me.
And Bissick, I mean, and I've had conversations with people that have said that Bissick does okay, but I mean, who else is doing better than what Stelt and Bissick are doing as far as Stelt kind of bringing guys up and then they graduate up to that bigger level? And because I think we mentioned Benji Peak the other day too, or the last time too, about Greco, and he's exciting. You know, like, and Kamal is exciting too, but Benji is like, he's got that attitude, which is cool. It's almost like don't hate me for saying it, but almost like a Paul, you know, like one of the Logan or Jake Paul's kind of attitude when he's wrestling kind of thing. Like, especially when he does well, he's like, he's like ice in my veins kind of stuff, right? And it's fun to watch because he loves it.
I thought you were saying like he was like Jake Paul because his were predetermined.
No, I don't want to say that.
I know, I'm just joking.
I know. So I don't.
Jake Paul listens to this, and we're doing pretty good.
We're doing all right. Hey, we got Shoot.
Yeah,
we got Shoot listening.
That's crazy.
That's the best. So I tried getting him a while back to come onto the show, and he wanted some copies of the show. And at that point, I was still kind of fresh on the whole technical side of this. Yeah. I still kind of am, but I was trying to send him files. Mm-hmm. And files are hard to send because of the size. Oh, yeah. So then I was trying to find out where my podcast was actually winding up other than on Rockfin, because he wasn't on Rockfin for Grow Wrestling.
Okay.
So I was trying to find another way to send him to him. I was like, I only have these huge files.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, when you sent it to me, like through email or whatever, I was like, I guess I'll go do something for a half hour while it downloads.
3-hour episode is great.
Oh yeah, that was a long.
So we both lied. We've had someone recruited to Iowa in our lifetime.
Who?
From here?
Who?
Kylie Welker.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry.
How dare we forget that?
Sorry, girls wrestling.
God.
That's my fault.
That's something else we're gonna dive into. Yeah. We're gonna start looking at girls a lot more because how many teams in the state have a girls program? Do you know?
I don't know the number.
Zach, come on, dude.
It's hard to say.
I thought this was your thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say what actually has a girls dedicated though. Like, I don't know how many actually have just a girls coach. You know,
that's true. Well, Torres down in Kenosha.
Yeah, I know Kenosha does, but then I know Freedom just hired a college All-American to be their Regdesholt, something like that.
I didn't see her name.
Yeah, Maddie Regdesholt or something like that.
I'm going to have to start reading because, like I said,
then Shyokton just
Shyokton?
Yeah, just hired 2 female coaches to do their
Shyokton.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe they'll have a bigger girls team than they do a boys team.
I don't know. Shyokton's pretty good this year, I think.
Are they?
Yeah, they got like 7 guys ranked in my rankings. Like that.
Then I don't know Shyokton very well, dude.
Yeah, they
at
have,
all.
They have some.
They're gonna come out now. They're gonna yell at me. They're gonna just be like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah, they got.
That's fine.
I mean, like I said, if people
I've been called way worse.
Yeah. Idiot would be good for me. Like,
yeah,
that's all I am.
That's a step up.
Yeah,
hear what my wife calls me.
Yeah, thank you for telling me that.
Hug them.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
Let's see. I'm just seeing. Are they D3 or D2?
Oh, but they're doing
D3.
But they're doing so good, Zach. They're D3.
They're D3.
See, we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. I definitely don't.
I mean, they got some young.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Shyokton.
Yeah,
I'm giving you props back. I'm with your boys and girls program.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good to be pumping yourselves up like that. That's pretty sweet.
For sure.
So high five, Shyokton.
Getting ahead of the game. Like.
Yeah.
I know that since I've been here, Kakana's only had 1 girl wrestler. So we didn't have.
Ooh.
It was a long time ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
I wonder how that went. I mean, we can tell we don't have any more girls on the team.
Yeah, we don't have a designated girls team, but
I think
we would gladly have girls on our team.
And that's why I kind of question though is like when you look at a demographic, and even though you have how many parents saying that we should have a girls team, how do you weigh that out?
If we don't have any interest in it, how are we going to do it? Like,
what's the number? What's the peak that you have to have, or what's the minimum you have to meet to be able to justify having a team?
Yeah, no, like that. Some people like they have, 5 or 6 people at state, but that was not a qualifier last year, so it's a qualifier this year. We'll see how it goes.
So since we have sanctioned girls wrestling here now, so if a team does have girls, so we have girls state, right? That's individual state. Okay. Mm-hmm. So do we have girls team state? We didn't do that yet, did we?
No, I don't think so.
So it's baby steps.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
I mean, obviously, if there's a team out there that has 14 girls at different weights, other than Holman, I couldn't think of a girls program that would have that.
So that's what I'm curious about then, is just the dual aspect.
Yeah.
And so these girls are then wrestling. If they don't have enough to field a team, then they're going and wrestling with the boys for duels.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so. Yeah.
And it's just I guess throwing it out there for other people that don't know, but where was it, our first year? No, second year sanctioned girls wrestling.
But last year was the first year?
Yes, so it's our second year sanctioned.
But this is the first year it's going to be at the Kohl Center with.
Correct.
So.
Bianchi, is she in charge of?
I don't know that she's in charge of anything.
Well, I thought she was. She's not the president of the girls section, or
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought I saw some kind of an article on that. I'm gonna look that up.
I don't know unless it's recent.
Sorry, Nasa, if I'm speaking out of line, but I thought I heard or read something that you were in charge of something girls wise in the state. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, unless it's WWF related, I wouldn't think she's in charge of anything in the WIA.
Yeah. Girls. I didn't want to sit here and spell a word out while I was typing, and I just did it. Good job, Brad.
You're fine. I'm sure they didn't hear it.
Yeah. Board directors. Women's director. Yep, WWF.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So it's either way. The right person. I had talked to her for, I don't know, a couple times here and there at AWA, just kind of discussing the whole girls thing, and I was trying to get an Askren girls team together.
Oh yeah.
To be able to take to a tournament and just to have Askren girls. Then I think they started working on it. They started doing more with the girls stuff, which is awesome. I mean, it's Askren Wrestling Academy has done nothing but help Liam as far as growth in the mental side of it and then the technical side, and so those guys have been on board with everything that's been good so far.
Yeah, I mean, Freedom, where my daughter wrestles, they have 40 girls in their program, but it's all like K through 8 right now. So they're just now getting the girls up to the high school that would actually compete.
And where's that at?
Freedom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I think they've been kind of proponents for a while though, because they've had a lot of girls that have wrestled, out of that area that are good, that have done fairly well. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
So with the high school season coming up, do you have any? Are you going to be doing team rankings?
I will eventually. Yeah, it's just hard to do it, and when these are all hypothetical lineups,
Sure.
So once I see an actual lineup and I can put something on paper and get them to where I can, because whenever I do team rankings, I'm going to do a hypothetical dual meet of what I think happens.
Sure.
Judged by my rankings, So if I have a
guy, would love to sit down and do that live with you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just do a show on it,
Yeah. So it's something I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But it's I need to have more data. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I could put a.
You mean more current data?
Yeah.
You can't base it off of from last year to the year before, just kind of.
I mean, I can, but
I know it's not really.
Yeah, I mean, our lineup's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
From last year, So it's
true.
And you don't know where everybody's going. I know where I could put Kakana's lineup out there, but I'm not going to do that.
Tell me in a minute.
Yeah.
When we're done.
So yeah, I could do that, but to say where everybody, unless every coach is gonna like Shiacton's coach actually, or well, not their head coach, but like one of the guys that help out.
Yeah,
he sent me where I was wrong, so that was helpful for
perfect.
My rankings,
yeah,
and I appreciate that. Like I'm like, you don't have to give me where they're going if you want to give me where they're starting.
Yep. Yeah, if you guys do have corrections, he has it out there.
Oh, yeah.
Send your stuff. Go to WisconsinGrappler.com, and he's got a spot that you can go to say, hey, this dude beat this dude, or we beat these guys, you know, because he wants it to be as accurate as possible. It's the whole point. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I scour once the season's in. Like I'm on top of all the results, so I don't really need the help then. But I mean, I always.
Every school that wrestles in the state, you have a thumb on.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd like to think so.
Sick.
Yeah,
you're pretty smart, dude.
I'm trying.
I'm just mouthy.
Yeah.
People will tell you that I'm just mouthy. That's why I'm on here. That's why I run my mouth. That's about it. No, it's like I said. It's what you do. To me, it's the rankings make more sense.
Yeah.
It's not to say that the other guys just have a different way. I guess that's not to bag on what they do, but yours made more sense. And everybody's gonna be like, yeah, because you put Liam on it.
Yeah.
It's for a reason.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, there's certain things that he did that other guys didn't do. So it's and if he didn't, then he didn't.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, these guys totally had the opportunity to go to 14U Nationals when they were 14 and go to that, and they didn't do it.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying that those 14U guys or 16U or whatever he is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but you know.
Yeah.
But not to say that they wouldn't do just as well, but he
go.
actually did that.
Right.
I mean, what I can't put results on you if you don't have any results.
Yep. And when it's a one-up kind of result, then it puts you a one-up.
Right.
You know,
you had the chance to do that and you didn't do it.
Well, like Liam saw that he moved up from 8 to 7.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's only because Ward left.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not because he did anything special.
Right. I mean, I just got second. Why did I move up?
We're realists.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He even asked the question on the thing. He's like, why did I move up?
Yeah. So. Yeah. We're real. I mean, and he gets it though too. I mean, he knows. Yeah. So he looks at. I mean, he sees rankings and he doesn't care for the most part, but he. Yeah. I think it's not even rankings. I think kids a lot just look for recognition. Yeah. You know, it's not even about the rankings, just their peers.
I mean, like I said in the first episode, I was like, I mean, I want the kids to look at these, obviously.
Yeah.
But really, I'm trying to get your name out there for coaches.
Yeah.
I want there to be an accurate ranking that they can be like, well, you know, we're, at this level of program, we can probably get people in this range.
And if yours are close enough, then they start looking at that just to kind of balance out the kids that they're looking at, you know?
And eventually I wanted to get it where I can be interactive and get their grade point average and stuff, like get to that level where I can actually be a recruiting service. Like, like I'm not trying to make money. I'm just trying to get your guys' name out there because it's hard sometimes.
Building the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting kids out there that otherwise wouldn't get out there. And that does help build the sport because, I mean, some of these people that then when they go into college, they're like, who's this kid?
Right.
You know? And then they find out where they're from. Well, hey, okay, wow, these guys are getting – because if I don't remember – excuse me, too long ago, I just thing in my throat. I can't, for some reason, clear it out. When I was younger, I remember Wisconsin being pretty good as far as high school wrestlers, but we didn't branch out.
Yeah.
The way that we do now to get total recognition. But I mean, because again, I remember when I didn't do the tournaments that my brother did. They only did like one in Iowa a year back then. And they got the exposure for a national scene that way. But at the same time though, too, they were writing letters to get recognized. So, I mean, this is all nothing but great for these kids, especially when you're looking at it realistically, you know?
Yeah. And then this way, like, let's say they are, looking at some certain kid and they'll go to the thing and be like, oh, well, he actually got beat by this guy, so maybe we should turn our attention, or have both of them, it was a close match.
Yep.
So one's a freshman, one's a sophomore, they could get away from each other, so,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just think that having as much information as possible can only help the kids.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's the other guys that are doing rankings and stuff in the state. I mean, it's like I said, everybody has a different method. They may be looking at several similar things, but there's maybe a couple things you're like, I don't really use that, right. Which is fine.
Yeah.
Now you're getting a more comprehensive look, so it's all appreciated. It's definitely all appreciated. I think sometimes people think that just because you don't preach or just like every other kid, like I said, some people are looking for approval from their peers.
Yeah.
I think sometimes get upset when people get upset when you look. I don't use your rankings. Well, why not? I just don't like how you do this. Well, that's how this person does. It's like, I'm not saying that. It's not about that. You know, it's just, it seems realistic to me. Right. So it's, everybody has their part. And I think everything that everybody's doing is worth it. So it's fun.
I'm fine with the competition. Like,
it's fun.
Yeah.
Bring it, man. Yeah. It's, and I, by all means, like if I bring you guys up, I think I talked to, I don't know who directly is in charge of the Wisconsin Wrestling Podcast. That's the one? Teague?
The Wisconsin Wrestler? Yeah.
Wisconsin Wrestler, yeah.
Teague and Steve.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know who replies, but kind of bantering back and forth with those guys on their page, and just kind of said, I'd like to have you guys on. Yeah. And talk with you guys. And they're like, yeah, for sure. When they got some free time coming up, I said, let's sit down and we can talk for an hour, you know. And I know, I think Teague wrestled. I think
I'm not sure about the background of
it. I've listened to their podcast, and I know they've said stuff about things that they did when they were younger. Yeah. So I apologize, guys, if I'm getting it wrong. Yeah. But I think it's all healthy. I'd love to have those guys come on and talk. I'd like to hear their side, view of things as far as how the way that they maybe rank or whatever, and talk about that. And because I think especially talking with Ostin, just saying, you guys deserve all the exposure that you get. Yeah. I mean, because you guys work hard. I told him that it's especially with the information thing. Like, if there's something that you don't want out, you did tell us. Yeah, we're not going to do it. Right. It's not in my nature to go out and just throw some kids stuff out there. They're kids. Again, it's a big decision. So and again, with the information that you guys have, you can tell that these kids are worth it. So they work their butts off. They pay attention to the rankings. Yeah. And some of them like one, some of them like the other, but they all pretty much, from what I've heard, there's some kids, but how did this one guy, but it's never much. Right. It's only usually one or two that they hear, okay, I could see that, or where they agree with it. And then they look at one and they're like, no way. Yeah. That's very frequent. Right. It doesn't happen as often. So gotta be doing something right. Yeah. Right. But, definitely the healthy competition thing is something that I welcome. I'm not going to say everything right, and I'm probably going to screw up a lot of stuff, but this is fun. Yeah, for sure. So I think everybody should be on the same side. Mm-hmm. Sit down and talk and be rational. I never used to be like that. I didn't want to sit down and talk with anybody. Yeah. I climb out of my shell a little bit and grow up. For sure. I'm welcome to it. But what, there was one other thing I was going to bring up. I can't remember what it was now. I thought we discussed it earlier. No, I can't remember. Oh, Liam brought up something interesting. This is kind of not nonsensical, but what ify. Yeah. We're going on 56 minutes, by the way. So trust me, folks, we're not going 3 hours. Yeah. So sorry about that. If you're expecting 3 hours again, it's not going to happen for a while. Maybe a Christmas edition or something. Maybe, I don't know. He's like, what do you think it would be like to wrestle in space? I said, never really thought about it much. I was like, gravity is kind of an issue. Yeah. I said, are we in a bubble or are we just out there in spacesuits? And he said space. So we were trying, and we're going to do this. Eventually him and I are going to do this. It was just like we're sitting around talking. We're going to record it. Okay. Like I'll start it out as the show, and then him and I are just going to sit and talk. Yeah. And then he brought up intergalactic wrestling. Yeah. And it kind of went off in space.
That's ever crossed my mind.
So I stopped recording at some point. I was like, we can't have this out here. Yeah. Because it branched off to other things. Now, they were kind of interesting at the same point, but I told him, I was like, wrestling in space, kind of difficult gravity-wise. I said, because if you do a Jordan double leg, you guys are going for a while. Oh, yeah. You're gone.
Yeah, how are you going to turn the corner?
Right. Exactly. You're not going to be bringing a guy down anywhere. You can't step on nothing. Right. So you need your feet for traction, and now you're floating into space.
Trying to post over there.
Yeah, right? He's like, yeah, but you could, I think he said you could still cradle midair. I'm like, are we grappling now? Because now you guys are going to be just rolling around in the middle of the air.
You're going to pin them.
Right? So I was like, I don't know if that would be a good thing.
Yeah,
I said intergalactic wrestling. So then I started looking at, how long wrestling's been around. I've been diving into like the history of wrestling a little bit. Back to like, what was that, Milo of Croton? Yeah. Back in the old Greek days with Olympic wrestling, and 7-time Olympic champion, that kind of thing. Yeah. But I was looking back, I wasn't looking, I was reading about something that spoke about something that was before that, and just the depictions and drawings and things like that. And None of them were in space.
No
aliens came down to wrestle. They didn't have anything like that depicted.
Yeah, like I said, that's never crossed my mind.
So I don't think intergalactic wrestling is really going to be a thing.
Yeah, I don't think I would put that out.
Maybe email Dana White about it.
I was gonna say Dana Carvey.
I'm a comedy guy.
Yeah, I know that.
Email Dana White about it. He might jump on with Donald Trump with Space Force.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe they could put something together there with Space Force. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So the elections
wouldn't get greedy at all. Nobody would.
Never.
They'd do it all for the wrestling.
Yeah. So the elections are done, right?
Yeah,
Yay.
so. Yeah.
Ads are done.
Yeah, hopefully I don't get any more text messages.
I
don't know what I signed up for, but
nothing.
It was just like a storm of. I was like, I have a 317 number. Why do I have like all these Wisconsin? How do they know I'm here?
And they have my first name.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad, this is so and so from blah blah blah. Like,
they called. One said,
pardon?
One said to me like, "Hey, Pierson." I'm like, "Is this a wrestling guy?" Because so like all the wrestling people call me Pierson, you know. So I'm just like,
right? Yeah.
What?
No, don't ever address me that way.
Yeah.
And especially the ones that like number one, the number's not in my phone, but it shows up as just some weird random Wisconsin number.
Oh yeah.
But then they say, "Hey, Brad," and I'm like, "Hey, sorry, I must have lost your number." And I make the mistake of replying like that.
Oh,
and then they're like, "Oh, blah blah," and then they go on their tirade about whatever Democratic person or Republican person's blah blah.
Yeah, it wasn't better for either side. It was the same. Like I got messages after
both,
text message.
especially in the mailbox too. Is like, God, just stop sending me this, please.
When does that ever work? Like I've never thought somebody sent me a text. Oh, I'm gonna vote for that person now.
Or the flyer comes in. You know, this colorful flyer has really persuaded me.
This has really got me thinking he's a good guy because he used red on his.
It doesn't even make me want to get on the internet and read about him at all.
No.
You giving me something to put in my fire.
And now
Thanks.
Now I'm going to vote for this guy.
Yeah.
Because he gave me fuel for my fire.
Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the heat.
Yeah.
For the 3 seconds of heat, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, just thank God that's done.
Oh, jeez.
I bought lottery tickets. I didn't win.
No? Did somebody win?
I don't think so.
Is it like quadrillion?
It's probably like 2 point something billion.
Yeah.
But even with that many numbers when I got one Powerball number, that's $4.
Yeah. I never buy a Powerball unless it's like that big, you know?
Yeah.
And then like.
So I bought $20 worth the next time I'm going to buy, because I think the drawing's tonight.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's tonight. So I'm going to buy $30 worth today.
I'm surprised my wife hadn't told me to buy some, because that's usually when she's like, we need to buy those. Okay.
So with the wrestling season coming up, we talked about, and I know I brought up that Kakana's going to win it.
Yeah.
What is the next team up? Who do you think is the challenger that's going to do the closest and the most damage?
Yeah, I don't really know. Like,
or be the closest and do the most damage.
I mean, Milton's going to be tough, but
okay.
I heard that Peach is big now. He's like maybe 38. So. Yeah, so that kind of sucks for them. Like,
yeah, it does.
Yeah. So.
What's their? Do you have their lineup at all?
No.
Just lineup of kids from like last year.
I mean,
nothing that's solid from this year.
I mean, they got like I just know they have like Slamma.
Yep.
He'll be 13 again, I believe.
Okay.
I think he was a placer last year.
Yes.
Then they got Haldeman, who was a runner-up at 126.
Okay. Not familiar with him.
Yeah,
I will be this year.
Yeah,
I'll know
he's
more.
Good on top. I mean, he's not much on his feet, but he's a really good rider.
Mm-hmm.
So they got Haldeman, they got Peach.
Yeah.
And then they got Nilo.
Yep.
And they got
how much
Sinclair.
What's Royce at? What's his weight?
He'll probably start out at 52.
Okay.
Might come down, maybe not. So
sweet.
Yeah. And then I bet you, like, from my rankings right now, preseason, like, this is just where I think they're going to start. I think the majority of people are going to drop.
Yeah.
I mean,
unless state time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless
everybody's already talking kind of about that already too, after pinch tests being done. So
yeah. And that's another thing. Like, once the pinch tests are in, I start, shuffling people around, because like my number one guy at 106. I mean, granted, when you see those pinch tests online, they're not with the parent permission slip. So technically they could still go down more. So those are not their minimum weight class. Those are the minimum weight class at 7%.
So like Liam showed 152 or 170. with permission, he could do 145.
I don't know. You'd have to look that up. But like,
with the chart or whatever.
There's a chart. Yeah,
I think Liam spelled it out what he had on his, but I don't remember what it is. So
yeah,
as you can tell, I pay attention really well.
But so like what you're seeing online, is the minimum at 7, not with the parents.
Gotcha. Okay.
So like my number 1 at 106, Liam Neitzel, says he can only go 13. So I reached out to him, and he said he still had to talk to his high school coach. So he didn't really know if that was with permission. You know?
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, but it said he was 113 for the pinch, but I imagine he's pretty skinny. So
right. Yeah, and that's got to be hard with the being a guy that size is trying to really kind of nail down what you're going to do, because I'd imagine, I don't know how many of those guys at that size typically drop down a weight. All of them? Do they still do the same as like a bigger guy does?
Most of them, yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, Herm was 13 for most of the year last year, and he drops. And
so
it's just like a lot of the guys. That was never a thing in Indiana where I was from.
No,
everybody went to their weight, and we held it all year. But we had people that were cutting way too much. Like we'd have people walking in 170 at the beginning of school and go down to like 32.26.
Oh yeah, we were doing rubber suits and stuff like that when we were
but
guys,
that was back in the day,
back in high school.
So things have changed now.
They have immensely.
You actually have
it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think we were doing it the wrong way because we were showing the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, Indiana, we still do the 0.5% and everything.
Yeah.
But it
0.5% a day, right?
No, it's 1.5 a week.
Oh, 1.5 a week.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's at
1.5%.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So like you weigh 200 pounds, you can lose 3 pounds a week.
Yeah.
So But in Indiana, the way they interpreted this was this lowest possible weight class was the weight you could go no matter what. It didn't matter if you had to lose 1.5 pounds or 1.5%. Like you could be 170 the week before sectionals, and if it says you can go 145, you want 145. I
think Liam said he was at the 2 pounds a week. I think it was something like that, or just something close to the 2 pound a week mark, because he was talking about and he was joking, but he was like, I'm going for 138.
Yeah. Well, everybody else is. So.
Yeah, right. Everybody else and their grandma.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I think he like 165, so that'd be about 1.5% would be.
Yeah, with 20% body fat.
2.4,
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's somewhere in there. Yeah. Wow, you got that right in your head.
Oh yeah, I do it all the time in the room. So.
I'm glad I know smart people. I'd be lost without smart people.
Yeah, like Machik's always looking at me like, he wants to know how much he can lose. And then he said they do this like weird thing with my face and look up in the sky and come up with a number.
Add it in your head, up in the air.
So
that's good.
I'm kind of used to doing that now.
So when our practice is officially starting?
Next Monday, I believe.
Next Monday it does?
Yeah. I think that's the start date. And then scrimmage 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
And then a couple duels. And then
I'm so fucking pumped.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I don't say fuck a lot on here, but I am fucking pumped for this year, man. I am pumped.
Yeah, it'll be good.
It's going to be fun.
Getting a lot of kids in the lineup we got log jam, which is a good thing to have. But
so let's talk about not this year. Let's talk about just for a minute. It's been an hour and 6 minutes. So again, we're not doing 3 hours, but let's kind of discuss next year a little bit. How many guys are leaving Kaukauna?
A lot. Like,
but now you say log jam. Are you saying log jam at a weight?
Yeah, I mean everybody wants to go 38.
What about 45? Don't we have a bunch of like 3-4 guys on a JV
at
45 too?
Can't
go 38.
That's why it looks like it's a log jam.
Okay. So are we reloading, do you think?
Yeah, I mean we have the freshman class that's coming in, they're pretty good. I mean, it's probably one of the best we've had since the senior class.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got like 3 or 4 guys on there that should be able to
coming up from middle school, you're saying right now.
That are freshmen this year.
Oh, that are freshmen. Yeah.
3 or 4 guys on that team that could produce a lot next year.
Because I know of the kids that I've known forever. Yeah. So I know that they're going to do all right. They'll handle themselves. But I don't know, literally don't know, because I didn't really see a lot of those guys last year. You know, it was. Obviously we were dealing with the middle school team, but then like we watched varsity duels, and I didn't get a scope of who was the JV guys were. So I apologize, guys. I'm
we
learning.
only lost 2 guys, so you don't have to know many of the JV guys.
That's true.
Yeah. So we fill in. I mean, Toby was 52.
Yep.
You know,
and
be better there. And then Correa is, he had injury issues, so he wasn't really
watching him at state. That hurt watching him at state.
Oh yeah, I mean he pulled it through though. Like he got the win we needed to. Oof. Even when his shoulder popped out the first time in that Holman match, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, here we go.
We could win this one. This is a 9-point swing.
Yeah.
And I'm back there like pacing, and they're putting his shoulder back in for like the 30th time of the season.
It's unreal.
That guy was so tough. Like, I don't know if I would be able to do that. Like, he'd just come off the mat like that.
Yeah. You just pull on it. Yeah. Just pull it. Just put it back in.
One arm airplane. Like,
in Mel Gibson it where he ran into Lethal Weapon where he just rams into the pole.
I had a old assistant coach. His shoulder used to come out all the time, and he'd run up against the wall and just put his arm against the wall and have one of the bad guys like myself run into him. Yep, and put it back in like
that's
that.
gross. We had a guy
go out there and start wrestling again. I'm just like
a guy in the national team I played with that did with his ankle. Yeah, they would pop out all the time. He's like, oh yeah, you could tell it was just a little off, but it wasn't grossly off. But you could tell you're like, dude, what's wrong with your foot?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
what?
Thanks for telling me.
Was that?
Yeah, I couldn't really feel that. So.
Don't ever do that again. So I pass out at X-rays.
Oh yeah.
Like I knew I passed out with needles.
Yeah.
I understood that because anytime I got a shot, I passed out. So I was like, okay, this is just going to happen. So
like
I start
Michael
telling
Scott,
people. Yeah, pretty much. It is. It's just so that like as long as even if I don't watch because I know it's going in, I'll pass out.
Okay.
And they're like, no, you'll be fine. And I was like, no, this has happened several times. I need like Mountain Dew next to me. Or I need to sit down, whatever, Skittles, because the blood leaves my head.
That's funny.
And but I saw X-rays of
like a break. Or something?
Yeah, it was Liam's hand.
Okay.
I saw that when he broke it down in Ohio, but then I also saw something of mine, and like all of a sudden my face started just going white. Yeah. And the nurse like, "You okay?" I'm like, "No." Passed out.
Oh man.
Medical stuff with people's hard. I could cut my dog open, sew him up, and be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have an issue. But so that's why sometimes like watching wrestling injuries are just super hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Super hard, but. Any other predictions at all? You got any I think this is going to happen and nobody else does?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Like, I haven't really looked at the other people's. I don't even know if they have anything out other than like pound for pound rankings. They don't have any weight class rankings, right? For any other sites. So I wouldn't even know really what they have.
Yeah.
Like.
I think
Not to put anything on them.
I think WI Wrestle did.
They did? I thought it was just pound for pound that I saw. I didn't know if they had weight classes or not.
I think it was D1 pound for pound, D2 pound for pound.
Yeah, they just have pound for pound. They don't have
Let me take a look here. I'll check out both of them. WI. Oh, I think they're doing something right now.
Who is?
WI Wrestle.
WI Wrestling?
Yeah, they're going to.
Yeah, it looks like it.
In like 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying WI Wrestle. Oh. Yeah.
I'm on Rockfin just checking to see what they have.
That's the Charlie Millard commit.
Really? Yeah, commit, yeah. I'll probably watch that.
Yeah.
It's a 3-minute read on Nina. Nope, I don't think they did. I think it was just D1 pound for pound. Top 50.
Yeah, WI Wrestling doesn't have anything out either.
Yeah, D1 top 20 pound for pound for D1, and I think the other ones are top 10. D2 is top 10, D3 is top 10.
Yeah, so I can't really answer that until they put something out.
Well, even teams. Like, do you think someone's going to do something that
Not really. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. And
is it?
Yeah,
paper, black and white?
I think Freedom could actually do pretty well, but they got to get through Luxembourg, so that's always a...
Luxembourg's the Kakana of that division.
Yeah, for right now, yeah.
Yeah, that nice new wrestling room for...
5 mats.
5 mats for...
Crazy. 20 wrestlers. Well,
and it looks awesome.
Oh, yeah, they do middle school and other stuff there, but it's just like...
I think it's Newbert's construction company had hand in building that. They did, like, I saw the 3D tour when it first came out, and he was showing us at practice. I haven't been in it either, but it looks really cool. But you think of the purpose, and you're like, 5?
Yeah.
5 mats?
Yeah, I mean, like,
holy cow!
Like I said, I came from a huge school in Indiana. Like,
yeah,
we had like 120 kids on our team.
Are you kidding me?
No, like
wow.
Yeah. So when I came up here, it came up to Kaukauna, and that was before the new room. Like that was still, you still had like 3 full mats down. You know, it was still a nice sized room. I came in and I was like, what the fuck? How many kids you guys got? You know, I'm like, oh man, these guys probably got like 200 kids.
Yeah.
And then he's like 25. I'm like, what? Why do you got all this room? You know, he's like, because they had it. That's why we took it.
Because we can, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, so I was like, all right.
Okay, cool.
Cool. I come from a 2-room dungeon where you have 2 mats down and that nothing width-wise, that's all you had.
Yep.
And you try and fit in like some exercise bikes and put in a blue crash pad there so you don't run into those.
That was us at North.
Takes away half your damn mat space.
Because we're in the upper deck at North, and they had the bleachers. They had to make sure the bleachers are pushed in. All you have are 2 mats. And back when we were in high school, I'm pretty sure we had to roll those up when we were done too at the end of the night. Yeah. So I was like, holy cow, man. And then you look at some of, like even Kaukauna is really nice.
Oh yeah.
I can't speak to too many other high schools that have, you know, weight rooms and wrestling rooms like that.
Oh yeah,
so,
it's nice. Like you got that, keep your kids that are injured engaged. You know, they can look at the technique and stuff while they're working out. You know,
so and then you just think of the purpose though. Like you got 5 mats for 25 kids.
Oh yeah.
Like and hopefully maybe they're coming up with maybe an event or something like that. I know, you know, their youth tournament is always good. You know,
for sure.
A lot of kids like to go there that are from here, but it's just like, holy cow, it looks really great, but it's like, huh?
Yeah, like
I was paying for that.
Yeah.
Donations, and again, they could have donors. I mean, they could have, wrestling community has been there forever.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, so
yeah, but that Freedom Luxembourg duel will be good. I think it'll be like two halves. You know, like But I mean, granted, Luxembourg is good up top too. So off topic, but a little on topic. This with wrestling still. But do we know of a lineup for Cheesehead? Yeah, I believe that he just added the last team. He was getting
any new ones this year that were different?
Yeah, there's a team in Florida like Gibson, Conomowocs in it this year, I believe.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you'll get the little.
Let's go, Kellen.
Little Wolbert. Yeah.
Little Wolbert. He's funny.
Along with his older brother, who's tough, you know.
Yep.
So.
Hello, Kellen's funny kid. He gets along with Liam pretty well.
Cool.
Yeah, they're fun.
Apparently, don't know how to spell Cheesehead.
You are from Indiana.
Yeah,
that's fine. So when I lived down south for 2 years, and I always knew Illinois to be like Dick Butkus.
Oh yeah,
you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so they do have a 23 teams.
Do they?
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Amory's back. Arrowhead's back.
Yep.
Carl Sandburg's added again.
Okay.
They were in and out for a little while.
Yeah.
Castile, Arizona's back. This one looks new. A Colorado team from Chaparral. No clue what that is.
Okay.
DeKalb.
Nice.
Desert Vista, Arizona. Edwardsville.
Mount Carmel.
No, Mount Carmel's not out. They got in the Donnybrook, and they weren't in it last year.
We're doing Donnybrook, aren't we?
No, we're not.
Oh, I thought we were.
We were going to, but we're not doing it now.
What are we doing in place?
The Eau Claire North one.
Oh, that was the. Oh,
yep,
okay.
That has like Holman, Simley, Lakeville North.
Okay.
A bunch of good individuals.
Yeah, that's the first one of the year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then it's Minnesota. It's the Christmas tournament after that, then.
Yeah,
right?
it's
like
Christmas tournament right after.
2 weeks after or something.
1 week.
1 week after.
The 10th and then the 17th.
Sweet.
Then we get 2 weeks off, and then Cheesehead.
Yay!
Yeah. So yeah, but Freedom, Fenimore.
Okay.
Farmington's new. They're a team that we see at Minnesota Christmas tournament.
Okay.
So they usually have a couple good guys.
Okay.
I've never heard it. Grant, Illinois is new. Casson's back. Lockport's back. Marshfield's new. I think Marshfield's new.
Marshfield, Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Millard South.
Yeah.
Millard South's back.
Okay.
So we'll have that Joel Adams.
That was a really different lineup from last year.
Yeah. Mineral Point.
Okay.
They got 3 returning state runner-ups, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Conomowoc, Pewaukee, Ponderosa, Colorado, Prospect, Illinois, St. Charles East, so Davino, St. Thomas, Minnesota, Simile, Smithville, Southeast Polk, Stoughton.
Okay, so now I'm hearing, because I'm listening to a lot of Wisconsin teams, but then I'm hearing some of these other teams I'd never even heard of.
Yeah, Wayzata. He's got a lot of different teams in this year. But they're all like overall, I think they're the individuals from those teams.
Sure, yeah.
So they might not be like the powerhouse 50 top Fab 5 teams, but they all have like some good. And then he didn't have Lake Gibson on here though, but he sent a thing saying Lake Gibson.
Okay.
They have 3 Fargo All-Americans on their team. So.
Wasn't there an Arizona team because there's 2. An affiliation?
There's
okay,
2.
yeah, okay.
Castile and and Desert Vista.
Yep. Okay. So. Yeah, we have a connection with a Wisconsin guy down there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
cool.
then
very cool.
It'd be awesome if they could get the Valiant, but they're prep school, so you couldn't bring them up. But like where
you can't?
No.
Okay, so that's what I don't understand.
We can't wrestle Blair. We can't wrestle.
Even in an outside tournament.
No, like if we went to Ironman and we went to Ironman and we had to wrestle a Blair kid.
Yeah.
If you wrestle a Blair kid, you're ineligible for the season.
Are you serious?
No.
So what is? So, and I understand that because they don't have they're on their own. You know, they're kind of floating out in space with what they do.
They could wrestle 5 years there. It's like a gray shirt, and they can still be on the team. So they could technically be a 19-year-old wrestling a 14-year-old.
So the only way these kids would ever wrestle each other is in the off season at an outside tournament.
If you're from Wisconsin, yeah.
I think that's shitty.
Oh yeah, it's really.
I think it's really shitty.
Yeah, that's for the safety though.
I've seen. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna break this down real quick.
Yeah, that's cool.
After buying that rule book.
Yeah.
And looking at some of the rules.
Yeah.
And looking at how they're supposed to be called.
Yeah.
Refs, please hear me out. I know you guys need help. I understand it, and I get it. You guys, I know, and I'm talking Liam into it, and so I'm trying to do everything that we can because you guys do need help, and Liam even saw it at the coaches' convention. You guys need help. I get it. But now that I see how some of these calls are supposed to be called, and I know things are subject to nature, especially in the situation that they're in kind of thing, I get it, but it's looking at the basic call that it is, we need some help.
Oh, yeah.
We really need some help. But I think it's unfortunate that with the reffing and stuff like that, but with the whole not being able to wrestle these kids that are outside, I just think it's crazy.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of stupid rules. Like Indiana just now dropped their rule. They used to have a rule about traveling.
Yeah.
And couldn't go 20 or 250 miles away from the border.
Sure.
Because it couldn't be a 500-mile round trip away from the border. And I was like, is that just to keep the money in the state?
Yeah,
that seems like what it would be.
The only thing it would be for. What are you gaining out of it?
What does it hurt to go out of the state? I don't get it. Like
get exposure here.
Yeah.
You know, maybe people will move here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. So
I just especially with the competition level that they could bring to just an event. Not saying that they have to be added into like our conference or whatever it is, but just a different outlook. I mean, if you look at how Lourdes Academy. That's a Catholic school, but still WIA sanctioned, right? So they still have to follow WIA rules. Interestingly enough, the situation that happened with the Bassetts, with Bishop McCourt and District 6 and stuff like that, where certain rules may have been broken when it came to kids moving.
I was going to say, wasn't that recruiting?
Slightly, yeah. But
Forrest
but those guys, so... I think they laid it on Bassett as that he was just inviting everybody over to his house constantly. They have to understand that those kids wrestle with those guys during the summer too.
Oh yeah.
So they have plenty of opportunity off season to talk to whatever and figure out whatever. But I don't think, in talking to Bassett a few times, I don't think the dude was poaching every single person that came there. If there was a kid that maybe wrestled on the dual team that they had, for Dynasty or whatever, sure. Maybe mentioned, hey,
fit in over here.
Yeah, you guys would fit in great. Yeah. Doesn't mean he was like, I'm going to pay for your plane ticket and stuff like that. So, I mean, I guess sometimes rules are put in place because someone did do something egregiously wrong that caused it. But it seems like at some point you have to let go.
Yeah.
I think some kids just know too. Oh, this kid's going here. I want to go there. Yeah. So they start talking to their parents. Put it on the parents. Right. They're the ones that moved. Yeah, if they don't know the rules. They don't know the rules, you know. I didn't know. When, for example, Bryce, when he moved, or when we decided to move, we were making sure that whatever we did wasn't going to mess anything up for him. Yeah. So we had to wait. Yeah. A lot of it was because we didn't want him to have to sit out a year. Right. But then at the same point, though, too, some people will falsify things to, or they drop a grade, whatever it is. But it's just it's to me, I think a lot of it gets lost with the rules that we have as far as being able to wrestle and get better.
Yeah.
And I bought the rule book for a reason. I haven't gone through every single one, but just seeing some of them was just like, oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of gray area.
There's a lot of shit that I was talking about that was like, man, I'm an idiot, But I understand where the refs need help. It's definitely, I can definitely see it. I feel bad at a lot of events going and seeing them get yelled at, stuff like that. So it's got to be taxing.
Yeah, I'm horrible on the refs, so I can't be a ref because it's like karma. Just be like.
And it's knowing that Liam has my temper. I said, you got to be careful reffing, because people are going to be in your face. They're going to be yelling at you. I said, you literally, and I think we talked about it. I don't know who we were talking to, but it's like you take it straight to the head table. Yeah. That's it. You don't even deal with them. Right. You go right to the head table. Your what stuff is going on? Mine is going off. Oh, never mind. It's Instagram stuff. But again, really, really excited to be doing this. Having you have on with stats and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, you know way more than I do. Yeah. But I do have questions about things. So it's like, hopefully we can figure them out. And by all means, people, if you have suggestions, if you have things that you want to say or talk about, you can email Zach, about obviously what guys that you saw get beat. He's got WisconsinGrappler.com. You can message the show about any suggestions or, telling us that we said some kid placed incorrectly. Vision Quest Podcast is on Instagram. There's an email as well. It's called, it's long. Vision Quest Podcast Original at gmail.com. So email us your suggestions about whatever it is. We'll talk about whatever. Nothing's off topic here. I mean, we just got done talking about voting. Yeah. I wasn't going to stick on politics too long because I hate politics, anything. If there's something that you thought was interesting that you haven't heard anybody bring up, that's what we want to talk about, but we're just going to be bringing up random stuff constantly. So pay attention. We have Austin Blanchard coming up. Next Wednesday, I believe it was at the 16th. Yeah, today's the 9th. So yeah. So the 16th at noon is the release. I know Charlie just did his with WI Wrestle, so we'll have to double check with those guys here while we're talking and see what Charlie said. WI Wrestle was a good event. Yeah, for sure. That replay stuff was pretty cool. Yeah. That was I thought they did a good job on that.
The instant replay.
I saw that they were talking about I think it was number 9. They were talking about someone put a thumbs down on one of their rankings.
Oh, really?
Or something like that.
Minnesota.
I told you.
Yeah. I figured it was going to be Oregon State.
No, I said Missouri.
Yeah, you said Missouri.
I said Missouri. I didn't say Minnesota.
I said Oregon State.
You said Oregon
Minnesota
State.
Was my second one.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be
Minnesota. All right, man. I didn't
think it was going to be Missouri or UNI.
Yeah.
I thought that.
I really got to get Jamie Nelson on here.
He's probably pumped.
It's great. Get. Great addition. I think Charlie's going to fit in great there.
Oh, yeah. They needed help in the middle, too.
Correct.
They were loaded down below.
Mm-hmm.
They're not loaded up top, but they got a lot of good guys up top.
Nationally ranked dudes, yeah.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying they don't have depth. They have depth down below.
Yep. But, no, I didn't question.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Sweet. Minnesota.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a good get.
So, who do they have? I'm going to pull up their roster here. Let's see what they have there. Their current lineup. Go for wrestling.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they got McKee. They got Nagao, who's a U23 team member.
Go for wrestling roster. You betcha. Please and thank you. So, let's see here.
I forget who Jagger said he was battling with.
Jagger's 133. Well, they have him listed at 133 on here, sophomore. And I would assume that Charlie would probably go 160.
Who's that?
Charlie Millard.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, he's probably
165.
He could be 57.
Yeah. I just keep Brayton Lee is 57.
Yeah, but he's senior.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's good training. I mean, I would assume Brayton would stick around.
He's only a junior, though, right?
He's a redshirt senior.
Yeah, but I'm saying that Charlie's only a junior.
Yeah. Yeah, so. True. But still, I would assume, I would hope Brayton would stick around. That'd be a good guy to be able to wrestle with.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's placed on the senior level stuff too.
Yeah. 149. Let's see. Once Cale Carlson, redshirt junior.
Yeah, from Wilmore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Minnesota. I don't think there's a multiple. Oh, there we go. Scroll down, dummy.
Well, they got that Blaine Brenner too.
Andrew Sparks at 165. Tim Stapleton, redshirt sophomore.
Is he from Laconia?
Yep. You are smart, dude.
Yeah.
Seabass? So I'm murdering this guy's name. Sabaz Swigum?
Seabass, yeah.
Seabass. That's what I was going with.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think it is.
Seabass?
Yeah.
Kick his ass, Seabass?
Yeah. I think it's Sebastian, but he shortened it to Seabass.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
like I'm
yeah.
That's sweet.
He's from Apple Valley, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, we wrestled them a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's good. He backs up his name, you know.
Cool.
Seabass.
Yeah. Just kick his ass, Seabass. That's awesome. Good coaching staff. Got to hang out. It wasn't like we were drinking beers or anything, but hanging out with Brandon down at one of the duels. Liam was on a team with this kid. Great guy, very nice.
Eggham?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Brandon. Yep, very very nice guy.
I know you're saying Brandvold or
no.
Yeah,
Eggham.
Cool.
Very nice guy, very calm. Watch him coach his kid. It's fun watching those guys that they tell you this is what you need to do with your kid, and then they're doing it.
Yeah.
That's cool to see them do that with their son or with their child on the mat. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I try to do that. I'm not always successful.
Not either. Liam will tell you. It's pretty bad, but not anymore. That's why I kind of get to the point now as far as a parent, I don't want to coach. So, and Liam knows too, so he's appreciative of that. So, but we're on an hour and a half.
Good.
I think that was a good episode. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We got again. I'm going to be talking to Lucas Stelt, possibly Friday, doing an episode with him about Greco.
Is the Greg Warren still going on that?
Greg Warren is going to go on. He had to postpone to the 21st. Okay. So on the 21st, we have Greg Warren. I would assume it's still going to be at 10:30 when we meet up with him and talk. Okay. Greg Warren, former Missouri wrestler and current comedian. Very funny dude. I know he's been on a couple shows like Nate Bargatze's show, things like that, but he's a very funny guy.
I heard him on the Bob and Tom in Indiana when I was always like that.
Good dude.
Yeah, he's funny.
Funny guy. And then I was apprehensive about reaching out because, he's a decent name, Yeah. I was like, if I don't want to waste any of your time if there's a charge because I really don't have money to pay. And he's like, no. I love wrestling. Yeah. I love the wrestling community, man. Because I told him, I was like, it's going to talk about wrestling, just like what we do,
Yeah.
He's like, no, it sounds perfect.
Yeah.
And even more solidified that it's kind of fun what we're doing when Shoot messages you. And I was like, hey.
Yeah, that's cool.
Where's the podcast, man?
Yeah.
And he goes, I think it's pretty cool you named it Vision Quest Podcast. It's like, I'm trying not to do anything off the movie, you know what I'm saying? Because I no copyright, stuff like that. Right. But I was like, I said, I have a, how did I can't remember how I said it.
You do use the opening, though.
That, yes. And I'm trying to, I just want to use that. Sorry, my phone's going off there. I'm trying to use as little, just the vibration sound. I don't want guitar kicking in.
Yeah.
But I just kind of, it's what it is. Cool. It's wrestling, man, cool. So it's one of those things where I just told him, too. I was like, the name means a lot to me, the movie, just coming up as a kid watching that. If you didn't watch that and think you're like, man, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And then just as a wrestler watching, he beats that guy and he beats Shoot. And it's a big match. And it's pretty cool. So if you haven't seen Vision Quest, go watch Vision Quest.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Frank Jasper plays Shoot, and the dude, it's still in shape, man.
Yeah, he takes pictures with current people.
And his healthy eating that he's doing. I think he just had the salad posted out yesterday. Looked pretty good. I was like, man, I might have to. I lost 65 pounds. I could lose another 60. Yeah. It's got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Might as well. I want it off me.
I don't know.
I didn't want to get that comfortable yet, but cool. Well, I appreciate you coming in.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think you want to talk about next? What are you putting together?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I just put together this stuff.
See, that's how we do shit here.
Yeah,
we do what we want, how we want, while everybody else is kind of like got a format. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. But hey, look for Wisconsin Wrestle Podcast to join us. And if I'm saying your name incorrectly, guys, yell at me because obviously I said something about Skiba, but not talking just about those guys. A lot of people do it. So if I'm saying your podcast wrong, please tell me.
Are you saying Wisconsin Wrestler or Wisconsin Wrestle?
I'm going to pull it up right now. No, not WI Wrestle.
Okay, that's Wisconsin Wrestler.
Wisconsin Wrestler Podcast.
With T.
Yes. Yeah. Wisconsin Wrestler Podcast. We're going to work on getting those guys on here with us.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I think, like I said, I think it's cool to collaborate with these guys. Yeah. We're all on the same team, talking about guys, and they have knowledge that I don't have. But my favorite thing, though, with those guys is how they talk to the coaches.
Yeah.
Because they have a rapport with them,
right.
For however long. So, and plus they're not just doing podcasts, they're like at events. Yeah. They're doing interviews, stuff like that. So I really appreciate, especially this section breakdown that they're doing with the divisions and the different, the sectionals and regionals and stuff. I really appreciate that, because some of these coaches, like the schools that you were mentioning before, I don't know who's there.
Yeah.
And because I have a son who's coming up in the high school wrestling, I want to pay attention more. Right. And not just because of that, now because I'm doing it for me. Yeah. I'm not just paying attention to wrestling just because Liam's in it. That's the big thing before. Yeah, for sure. So I appreciate what you're doing. Obviously, if we come up with something, let's do it. If you need help with it, let me know.
Yeah, if they have any ideas, too, shoot them to the...
Yeah, any ideas for, any kind of rankings that you're looking for, any kind of fun ranking ideas? I mean,
we'll do all-class rankings probably in the middle of the season like I did last year, and, do every class all combined into one top 10 for each weight class. So.
Okay. Now, the other thing I thought about, too, would be interesting is doing a bracket where it was not just Division I, but Division 1 and 2 and 3 against each other.
Yeah.
Like top 3 or top 4 of the teams that placed, like either it was last year or this year, whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Do a bracket like that where it involves. Has anybody done that?
I don't know. That's what they're kind of doing on Wisconsin Wrestling.
Is it? Right, I saw
teams. They do
just teams. They're not doing division.
They did ultimate.
Mix it up.
With
okay. Yeah. And again, I've been listening to the coaches stuff. When I do that, I kind of focus, so I didn't really see exactly how those brackets were working.
I'm pretty sure they just had
because Kakana was against Holman in there, wasn't it?
No, they lost to Wisconsin Rapids.
Holman did?
No.
Oh,
we did.
We did? Shut up.
That's what they had on there.
Now we gotta talk. Well,
I mean, as the guy that was planning for that was a possibility.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they were a good dual meet team, but they weren't a good tournament team. So that's like how this year.
Okay. Yeah.
When you got the top 2 from each regional moving on, that helps a lot. Like because Nina, Nina lost to us at regional. Mm-hmm. And we had a 6-point duel or something.
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah.
I guarantee they would have loved to have that last year.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestle that match back, But granted, they did get all the flip. Like they got every match they could have got.
Yeah.
So.
Was there something said that we didn't win a flip all year last year?
Yeah, we didn't.
We didn't win one?
We did not win one. We owned 14.
How many times did that play into the duel?
Well,
flip?
It should have a lot. I just don't know that teams plan as much as we do.
They don't?
Yeah.
I don't think... Well, and because I don't...
Like we have...
Some do, but I mean, I don't think most of them do.
We have a breakdown of everything that can happen and should happen.
Because of a flip?
Yeah. I mean, I have a scenario of everything that's going to happen. Like, if they move this guy, we move this guy. If they,
Is this something we can talk about, or is this like team secret kind of
stuff? Maybe we can eventually.
Eventually, yeah. I just think it's interesting. It's there's people that do this stuff in baseball, too, with statistics you don't think about, that play a pretty important role of what happens in a duel. I mean, there's a lot of times I would tell the kids, like, when we're at a duel tournament, I was like, flip doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just call it, whatever. Even odd, I don't give a
Yeah. I mean, and
we're winning either way.
It should have mattered with Holman. Holman just didn't make the right move.
The right choice.
Yeah.
Chess.
Yeah, I mean,
playing chess, baby.
I would have done differently. I can't remember exactly what move it was, but there was one move where I was like, "What? We just won. Like they didn't do what they were supposed to. Like to me,
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, what's going on?
How'd they miss that?
Then you start thinking like, am I missing something?
Yeah, right.
Apparently, I didn't because we won.
We won! Yay! But yeah, it'll be a fun year, and I think these tournaments will be fun too. A little mix, but so Eau Claire,
that'll be
Minnesota,
then
Cheesehead. Then what's after that?
There's probably the Badger. We got the Badger Scramble, and then we go Pulaski.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, Badger Scramble was where you'll get to see skulls. So
yeah, Yeah. Even better.
Yeah.
Even better.
So
Skull's good.
You'll mark that one on the calendar.
I'm going to mark that one. Really.
Well, that was like judo last year. He had Willis.
Yeah.
And Skulls. So
yeah.
it was just like,
how do you do against Skulls?
I think he got teched by both.
Did he?
Yeah. But he did beat Casey Gish, who wound up being a state placer, a weight class up. But
yeah. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So that was like 4 good guys at that weight. Like for a small scramble like that, it was crazy. You know?
Yeah. I think, and it's so cool to see some of these kids now, like I said, they're so good in this state that it's anywhere you go almost now, you know you're going to find someone.
Yeah.
And if not one, maybe 2 guys that you're like, ooh, okay, got to work this weekend, you know?
I was D2, like if I doubt Zane Lick stays at 60, he'll probably go down to 52.
Yeah.
But I mean, that would be a cool match. I'm not saying either one would win. But Zane Lick versus Skulls, like that'd be a good
match, man. Hell yeah!
And then to have Silas Daly and Owen Heiser right after that one, that'd be great. 2 great back-to-back matches, you know.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, it's just so much to watch down here. It's really fun, and I really appreciate too some of the smaller clubs that have come up, the smaller schools that are really starting to develop guys. And I think the big thing really comes down to is a lot of the kids that have been already high school wrestlers here, went to college, are coming back. Mm-hmm. That was one thing that was described to me by a person, is that one reason why we kind of were behind for so long is that the level of wrestling that we had, excuse me, God, again, has kind of, we're on a downward curve for a little bit. Yeah. And then now we have these guys coming back who are dedicated, who are like the kids that we have now that we have more. Yeah. It's really fun to see how it's building. So
when I first moved up here, like it was on the rise, but it was
down there,
in the valley, because it was like if you got past like the top 4 in the state, it was like, oh man, that guy placed, you know?
Yeah, right.
And so it was just like,
and now you know,
it's like, oh man, that kid didn't place.
Yeah,
so
right, correct. So you're like, oh Jesus, just gotta wake up a little bit, but cool. Yeah. All right, man. Well, we'll let everybody else go. We got an hour and 40 minutes in. Nice. We got some things coming up. Hopefully you guys are still listening. We appreciate everybody. And we are going to get out of here. Do you know exactly what is it Thursdays that the dual meets are always on for Wisconsin, Thursday nights?
Like high school?
Yeah.
Tuesday or Thursday. Yeah, mostly Thursday, but
okay. All right.
I don't do Wednesdays because of religion classes and stuff.
That's right. Yeah. So on that note, I'll bring up that music we talked about earlier, just so we can close this out, because I know we have stuff to do. So
yeah.
But if it doesn't play, it doesn't play. But all right, we'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a good week. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk soon. Pay attention to Instagram. We got stuff going on. See you later. All of our episodes are brought to you by Appleton Tattoo, located at 117 South Appleton Street in Appleton, Wisconsin, right off the main drag on College Avenue. You can't miss them. I've had some work done. I have a Celtic cross that covers my back that was done by Jason. We're not done yet. Jason Winans and crew, the artists that he have there, those guys are the best in the Fox Valley. They are definitely one to go to if it's something that you've just been kind of throwing around. They'll make you feel comfortable. It's a very clean environment, very nice crew, and very willing to get done whatever you need done when you need it done. You can message them on Facebook. I know they're on Facebook. You can give them a call at 920-604-8289 and get in touch with Jason Winans and crew at Appleton Tattoo, located again in Appleton, Wisconsin at 117 South Appleton Street, right in Appleton. Very flexible hours, great crew, clean environment again. I would not send you anywhere else except for these guys. Appleton Tattoo.